Greetings. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, welcome back. Welcome back. Oh my God, it's been such a long time. Um, Welcome to SayconTalks. My name is Sengbloh, and if you've not seen me before, I'm an actress, a singer, all-around entertainer. And today is a very, very special day. It's been a long time. Y'all have not seen me in a long time, okay? But I'm so excited to be back. Um, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm everywhere. So be sure to follow me at Sengbloh. And I'm really excited to just come back and share myself with everybody. Y'all, it's been a long time. My sister locks are getting long. Can y'all see? It's luxurious. It's luxurious. Ooh. So I want to let y'all know what I'm sipping on today. Y'all know I always got to start with a nice cup of tea. Today I am sipping on a vanilla matcha. Let me see. Can you see that? It's there we go. It's a vanilla matcha by Chamberlain coffee. It's not a coffee. It's a matcha. It's a matcha tea. It's a powdered matcha. I'll put a link down below for you to grab that up if you'd like to. That will be an affiliate link. You can grab it in my Amazon store, and I hope you'll check it out. It's really delicious, and it's in one of my SayconTalks cups, which is at SayconStore.com. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing and liking the page. This is really exciting. I want you to know that. Let me take a sip first. Sorry. Okay. So you guys, SayconTalks, the podcast, is also back. Woo! Yay! We are back. We are back. So if you have not subscribed on wherever it is that you like to listen to podcasts, come on, give it up, give it up, give it up. Wherever it is that you subscribe, if you listen on Apple Podcasts, if you listen on Spotify Podcasts, be sure to go and subscribe to the RSS feed. Follow, look for SayconTalks. Okay, I'm everywhere. And at the current moment, at this current recording of this podcast, we are not sponsored. Okay, we're not sponsored. I'm independent. So please, a beautiful place that you can go and support the podcast. It is called Buy Me a Coffee. So you go to buymeacoffee.com/Saycon, and you can check me out there. You can support. You can buy me a coffee. You know, I'm more likely to buy tea with that, but I hope to see you there on buymeacoffee.com. I'm trying to share it with you. I don't know if it's sharing or not. But anyway, I have a very, very special guest today. Very special guest. I'm so excited to bring this guest on. She is a really, really good friend of mine. I have known her for many years. I've known her in the theater world. I've known her in the world of money, in the world of investments, in the world of taxes, in the world of poetry, accounting. She's a very, very special and beautiful, beautiful person, a really good friend of mine. And I'm very pleased to have her on. Her name is Aquaila Barnes of Aquaila Barnes of Barnes Financial. So let's bring her on. Let's celebrate.
Hello. Hello. I love it. So how can I get a SayconTalks mug?
Oh, okay. How can you get a SayconTalks mug?
Yeah.
Thank you for asking. You can buy a SayconTalks mug. I'm going to post this. Let me see.
Okay.
You can get a SayconTalks mug on the Saycon store. So shop store.com and you can get a SayconTalks mug. We have lots of different. Let me see. Can you see? We got all kinds of SayconTalks.
Beautiful.
Merchandise. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
I'm doing busy making my ancestors proud mug today.
So ancestors proud. Wait, let me see that mug again. I love it. Can we make our ancestors proud? Can we do that today? I want to get that mug myself. You have to send me that link.
I'll send you the link. Yeah, I got it online.
That link. I'm so proud and so excited to have you on here. Just give us a little intro to who you are and what you do.
Okay. I'll say not the obvious, but like sort of the professional intro that I operate and run, and the founder of Barnes Financial Concierge, which is a financial service practice. And we're a team of CPAs, enrolled agents, bookkeepers that work with mostly creatives and consultants to help them manage accounting, tax, financial planning, and be able to have the ability to focus on what they love doing most. We do that. We've been doing that for some years. And I am also a writer. I'm a poet and a playwright. And I say that and add that in because what I've been doing with the business and my work with clients is really focusing on how do we tell our story through numbers? You know, how do we integrate that? And so I bring myself to what I do, and as a creative, as someone who loves numbers and who sees a relationship between them both, that's a bit about who I am.
I love hearing that. I met you when we did a play that was by your cousin, Malik Yoba.
Yes.
You were at that time, you were working in the stage management field, and I was just so proud to learn. I learned just being around you guys, like what a talented family you have. Like I'm so just always celebrating you guys, your family, your wedding anniversary recently. I mean, you guys, we are friends in real life. This is
friends in real life.
And we are friends in real life.
On tour, like wow. I moved to New York temporarily.
Mm-hmm.
Moved, it was supposed to be temporary, and he was taking the play out. Malik was taking the play out. Him and Abdul, and as a writer, I was like, how can I get on? How can I get in? How can I get this experience? And so he had me come on. I was able to stage manage and really learn stage managing from them and a lot of places in New York City as well. And didn't tell anyone. I've been doing taxes before that, preparing taxes. When I came here, I didn't tell anyone. I was like, I'm going to keep it a secret because I just want to.
Was that your first time doing stage management?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Excellent
at stage management.
Yeah, so that was it. And I think when I came back and decided to stay, I said, I'll tell people, kind of got out backstage at some theater that I did to prepare taxes. And then it just grew from there. And I've been working to always integrate both, the creative and the financial.
I must say, you got me out of some trouble. I was behind at the time. Man, this is back in the day. I was like 4 years behind. I had been touring and you helped me with my taxes. And you've been an amazing accountant and financial advisor. And so I'm really excited to have you on here in that capacity today. Unless you want to do a little piece of a poem at the end, maybe just a little something you might want to treat out. Just a little something at the end. Maybe think about it. Okay. Tell me your IG, because I want to put it back into the Chiron. What is your
IG is
that you want to share today?
Barnes Financial. At Barnes Financial is my IG.
At Barnes.
And personal is Aquaila.
Make sure you follow her on at Barnes Financial on Instagram. And you have a YouTube as well, right?
Yes.
YouTube. And what is your YouTube?
YouTube is at Barnes Financial Concierge. You're right. Okay. Barnes Financial Concierge, which is the DBA for Barnes Financial Services New York LLC. Okay. But Barnes Financial Concierge is YouTube. Instagram is at Barnes Financial.
Let's add it. Make sure you follow her on YouTube at Barnes Financial Concierge. Mm-hmm. And follow her on IG and follow me, you guys. Yes. Follow me as well at SayconTalks and at Sengbloh. So I just want to let everybody know before we get started that this video and audio is for informational and entertainment purposes only, and is not financial advice. Aquaila is not your accountant unless she's an accountant. But unless you're one of her clients, if you want to be her accountant, reach out. But she's, this is for entertainment and informational purposes only. So please consult a qualified professional of your own before making financial decisions. Okay. So
disclaimer.
Let me tell you the thing that made me decide to reach out to you, of course. It was so crazy. I think it was a thing that popped up on IG. It was on Earn Your Leisure, which is another very popular.
Yes.
We love that podcast. They got podcasts, YouTube, all that stuff. Earn Your Leisure. They had this thing that popped up and they were like, the new tax brackets. And people in the comments were like, wait, what? New tax brackets? What the hell? What the hell? They were saying they're going to change how they do people's money, whatever. I immediately was like, Aquaila, come on the podcast. Let's talk about it. Especially as an artist, we have a lot of questions and concerns about how to do our taxes, how to keep up with our money, how to just take care of things financially, especially as artists and entertainers, people who have independent businesses, hairstylists, whatever people are doing. Right. And so I said, I'm going to ask my girl. So I would love for you to explain and let me know, you sent me something. Should I share it now? I would love you to
let's share
explain
it.
to us how all this stuff works.
These tax
We're
brackets.
going to share this.
And let me say, as we go into this, is that sometimes people are like saying, well, how come I owe? Why do I owe? Where's my refund?
Mm-hmm.
And it's important to remember that you get taxed in a number of ways, right? So when we're talking about today's income tax,
Okay.
if you get taxed on Social Security, Medicare, if you have sales in a certain state, you get taxed sales tax. If you have investments and you sell and make gain, or like you pay capital gains tax. So we're talking about income tax specifically. And so people are like, why do I owe, or what is my tax bracket? So there are 7 federal income tax rates, meaning essentially brackets. So you're either going to be taxed at 10%, 12%, 22%, 24%, 32%, 35%, or 37%, and or a mix of those.
Who getting the 37%? Lord.
I know. So depending on your income,
these are all based on your income.
All based on your income, where you flow.
Okay. Should I show the income next?
So let's show the income, because this is really what it is. We're saying that based on your income, it tells you how much you're going to be taxed on that portion of your income.
Okay.
We'll go through 2 examples in a minute, but let's look at this for a second. So just kind of, it's based on 2 things. It's based on the tax rate, your income in that tax rate, and whether you file single, whether you file married filing jointly, or surviving spouse, like a qualifying widower, whether you're head of household as your tax status, or you're married filing separately. Okay. And I just want to look at this just for a second, because this is like when you're looking at these numbers, and we'll go through 2 examples to kind of make it clear. But essentially it's saying, let's look at the single filer column. Okay. So if it's saying basically any income you make, if you file single from 0 to 11,925, that income, that portion of your income is going to be taxed at 10%.
Okay. Wow. And that's that amount. I see there's like different kind of like thresholds for the single, the head of household, or the married filing separately. Okay.
Yeah. So married filing jointly, the range is broader for 10%. Head of household has its range. And this one, I want to point out one thing before we go to the next one, just to give you this how powerful it is. And we'll talk, maybe you can talk about tax plan. I don't know if we have time today, but if we can, why it's important, because if you look at the 37%, okay, let's look at single filer all the way down, just kind of glance at it quickly. Married filing separate to the far right is the same. It's the same, except when you get to 37%.
Oh, I see. Then married filing separate, the 37% starts at 375.
Right. So I'm single and I make 500,000. I'm paying 35%. I'm paying 35%. Or if I make up to 6,000, whatever more, and then I get clicked into the 37% bracket. But if I'm single, as soon as I make $375,000, that money, anything above that amount, is being taxed at 37%.
Wow.
So just that's yeah.
Okay, this is very interesting. So this is the new, because the thing is, these are new brackets, right?
Well, this is the brackets for 2025. So we're doing taxes next spring for this year. And then they're going to shift again for 2026.
Which is what that announcement was about.
Yeah, that announcement was.
That announcement is about 2026. Has the shift, is there a major change that you recall in the shift that you saw?
There's a few things that are changing. It's not super major, but there's some key things that are changing. Okay. Yeah.
People are getting nervous, honey. I saw it people all on Instagram are like, wait, what is this government doing? Yeah. Why are they changing it? Like, is it a like what would you say is the biggest difference? Would it affect more single people, single filing, married filing separate people, or people who are filing together, or
it looks like it's affecting more single people.
More than anything. Like me. Yeah. I'm single as a dollar bill, honey. Okay.
Yeah. So it's important to understand and figure out where you fall, so you can make some plans around it, because it will affect people.
And that will be for the year 2026.
The 2026. So we'll file that return next year, but it will be in 2026 soon. So your income you earn in 2026 is going to be taxed differently.
Right. Okay. So we'll talk about that when we talk about fall plans, I guess.
Yes. So I want to say, this is a person who's filing single. Okay. Right. And they made $100,000. We have an
image here for our listeners. We have an image here that says 2025 tax bracket single filer. And we have 10% ordinary tax bracket, $0 to $11,925. So this is like a sample income, $11,925. Okay.
Yes. So if you make $100,000, again, that first 0 to 11,925 is taxed at 10%. So you're paying, so you make 11,925, anything after that, 10%. In this case, the person makes $100,000, they're paying $1,193 in tax on that. These numbers are rounded up a little bit to just.
I see. Wait. So the 10% is at 11,925. The 12% is at 36.
Well, no. So Saycon, this is all for one person making 100,000.
Oh, they're taxing different parts of the income.
There you go.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm understanding. So, okay. So at the bottom we have for our listeners, the total taxable ordinary income will be 100,000, but it's broken up into the 10%, the 12%, and the 22%. So 11,925 of it is taxed at 10%. 36,500 of it is taxed at 12%, and 51,525 is taxed at 22%.
Yeah.
Okay, I learned.
So you more money. So 10% to 20 is a big jump.
Yes, that is a big jump. Are there things that people can do to bring their tax down or to not be taxed as much?
Absolutely. There are a lot of things you can do. And one of the things you want to do is know where you fall, because in this scenario, say for example, with this person making $100,000, the top of the bracket of 22% is $103,350. So you got to know where you are. So if I know I make $100,000, I don't want to show any income above 103 if I can help it. I also want to look at tax deductions. What tax deductions can I do to write off if I'm nearing the top of my bracket? Can I reduce any of my tax deductions? Can I reduce my taxable income? What can I do to write off and lower that income? So if you know where you are, you be like, okay, what deductions can I take that are legal? You want to be creative, but you want to be
we're keeping it legal.
Yes,
as long as it's legal, y'all.
As long as it's legal, be creative, but be legal. And then you look at all kinds of deductions, whether you have a W-2 and maybe you put money towards a retirement plan to reduce some pre-tax dollars and to reduce that taxable income. Okay. Or you have a business and you have all kinds of business related deductions. Maybe something you were going to purchase for your business in 2026. You might say, wait a minute, if I purchase it now, it'll bring my taxable income down. And
so for example, if I wanted to purchase, say I have an office and I want to purchase 3 computers for my office, my home office, for my son, my daughter, and myself.
And they work for the business, though.
And they work for the family business. I could purchase one in December and then purchase the other 2 in January. It
depends on what's beneficial. So you can make that decision. That's what tax planning is. What if I buy all 3 computers now, or should I wait? Do I need it? I already have a loss. I don't need it. So let me buy it in 2026 when I really need the write-offs.
Okay. Should I add? Is this related to that? This is a different.
We'll go into. Let me show the next example, and we'll go back to that.
Okay.
The question. So this is $100,000. So basically, some person's paying about $16,000. So let's look at the next one that shows that the impact if someone makes $275,000. Same brackets.
Okay.
Like you said, this particular slide shows 2025 tax bracket single filer. The difference is we're saying the income is $275, the taxable income. Okay. And so without boring and going through all of that.
And then it's breaking it down again. 10% of the tax.
The first $11,900 is taxed at 10%. The next is 12.
I am so crazy. I always thought
it was a flat rate.
Yeah, I thought that we're just taxed around 24% in general, period.
Yeah.
Unless you have a corporation or something.
Yeah, it's right. So C corps have a flat 21% rate, but everything else is graduated in terms of the bracket.
Okay.
So that's what people call
your money is always broken up.
It's always broken up,
wow.
And you can learn your effective rate. Meaning what on average of my tax, if you blend it all together.
That's what it is. My brain is thinking effective.
Yeah, effective rate, but this is how it's calculated.
Okay.
So without it being too complex, if people just know because this person makes $275,000, they're paying $65,000. But look, I want to show you this part right here. So they're making $275,000. on the bottom row of this column, we go to the 30. It's wrong. It should say 35%.
Okay.
So we'll correct that later. But so 32% is the one above. 35% starts at 250,526.
Okay.
The person's making 275, so they just dipped into the 32% bracket.
And so 35% they're bracket. Getting taxed just like somebody making twice as much as them just because they just reached that threshold.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. So I got to correct this because there's an error. But yeah, so that's what you say. What do you do? First of all, you know where you are, and you say, wait a minute. On the one hand, you can say, is there anything I can do to bring my tax income below 250? So I'm taxed at a lower rate.
Mm-hmm.
And then secondly, you say, okay, how much do I have to go if I need to make more money or being given a raise or bringing more income before I go to the next bracket? So sort of knowing where you are to kind of have a sense of how you're going to be taxed is the first thing you want to do. And then think, okay, what deductions? Yeah.
So let me just to clarify, the one that's at the bottom, the very last one at the bottom. So on this particular level of income, say 275,000, there's a 10% at 11,925, 12% at 36,500, 22% at 54,875, 24% at 93,950, 32% at 53,225, and then this should say 35. The very last one should say 35, so that's a little bit of a typo. Okay.
And so, Saycon, just to say that the 275 is the top of what this person made. You take 275 minus the 255.26. That's how we got 24,475. So the part of the income that's above 250 up to 275 is 24,000, and then but that's taxed at 35%. So the more new money you make, as you're making more money, that new money gets taxed at a higher rate.
I'm like, wow. So now let me say this. I was having a conversation with a friend the other day.
Okay.
One of my friends has gotten an amazing new job, new upgrade, making new money. He was trying to decide if he should continue to file and do shows and perform as an individual, or if he should start an S corp. And I'm curious about your opinion for someone like him who's suddenly going to jump from doing one show and making this amount to suddenly making maybe 10 times the amount that he made before. I'm just curious what your thought might be on that.
Whether it should be
just in your humble opinion, like whether it's advantageous for someone like him. Say he's suddenly going from, being taxed, at 20,000 because it's just was, in the entertainment world, we have our valleys and our hills, we have our feast and our famine. So he's had a famine 6 months, and now he suddenly gets a job that's like, maybe he'll make $300,000. Is it worth it for him to possibly start a corporation or an S corp or something? Or I'm just curious about your thoughts on that.
So I look at it from three ways. I look at it from a legal protection, a legal perspective. And I'm not a lawyer. I'm just saying this is one way. I look at it administratively, and I look at it from a tax perspective. So from a tax perspective, I say almost yes, because of what you're going to be able to keep in terms of money if you file as an S corporation making $300,000. There's some exceptions around that, but you can. So if you get paid as an employee, they're taxing you on $300,000.
Right.
If you get taxed through your business, your S corp as an S corp, you get to deduct all your expenses, agent commissions, manager fees, travel, everything, and you get taxed
for artists. That's something that artists really enjoy doing. Now, I will say, even for myself, worked in the business as an actress, as a W-2 employee, and I was also able to write off things to decrease my, what I owed, I guess. What do they call when they say what does it call? Deductions. I was able to write off things even without having a corporation. So I guess it depends on also the individual and their.
Well, I would say this.
Yeah.
The law changed in a major way in 2018. So
Mm.
when you were filing as an employee, some people filed as an employee and were able to write on as a personal, as a W-2, as an artist, that maybe they work multiple jobs, they're able to write off the agent commissions and other related work-related expenses on a personal itemized deduction.
Child, I was writing off wigs,
Yes.
lashes,
Yes.
headshots. I was writing it off now. Okay.
Ordinary and necessary for what you do. Well,
Yes.
that's gone.
I can't write off my wigs no more.
Not as an employee. Not in. Yeah, there's no place to really write it
That
off.
is unless you have a corporation.
Yes, you have a business. Yeah, business. Right, through a business.
Okay, y'all can't see me, but I'm falling out of my chair right now. I cannot believe I did not know that.
Yeah,
I started my
fell apart.
I fell out the chair and I'm sitting on these pillows to sit myself up high. I started my corporation in 2017, but before that, I had started a business and I was working as a sole proprietorship.
Right.
From 2004 or 2002 or something like that. I don't know, but I was just always W-2.
Right.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I'm so glad I had you on here, honey. I'm so glad.
Yes. I don't know if you remember, when that law changed, there were a lot of people complaining for a lot of reasons, but that was one of the areas. A lot of the artists and the unions were saying, wait a minute. Our, people who we represent or people in the unions, they're not going to be able to write off these things because they're getting paid as employees. So that was a big deal. And there are a few exceptions on the state level, I'll say, where you can still do some things. But in generally, it's gone as an employee.
So that happened in
2018, going into 19.
Yeah. Going into 2019, yes. You can no longer write off those types of things.
And I'll say at the same time, the personal
even if I was a visual artist, I couldn't write off my paint brushes after that.
Doesn't matter what you do. If you were an employee, if you received it as a W-2 employee, there's no place to write it off in general.
Wow.
And again, there's
1099.
1099, yes, because you're going to do a sole proprietor.
Okay, because I used to sing in a couple of wedding bands.
Yes.
One in particular, shout out to the wedding band life, where I remember I would do estimated quarterly payments and different things like that. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So this is the new. Okay, we learning. We learning.
And there's some tiny exceptions, but make sure you talk to someone. But it's that those days are gone. I mean, it's gone. At least.
Yes, make sure you talk to your own financial advisor. We are not giving financial advice. Yeah. This is just informational and entertainment purposes. But Aquaila is so informed, and I'm so excited to learn all this stuff with you. And I'm sorry, y'all. I had to fall out the chair because I just didn't know. And I feel like I'm a pretty informed person in the entertainment business. But it's been a lot of highs and lows all over my entire career as an artist. And I've seen you grow your business. I think Barnes Financial started as a family business. Mm-hmm. You guys are located in, I think, like
Indianapolis, Texas, Houston, Indianapolis, New York.
4 states and New Jersey too, right? I guess.
New Jersey, yeah.
Jersey, New York, Indiana, and Texas.
Yes.
Y'all ain't playing, okay? that is the come on, Barnes family. That is a legacy.
Yes.
You're representing. Where your teacup at? Your teacup said, honey, you making your ancestors proud. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Salute to your ancestors. Like really the work that you're doing as an artist, inspiring people, inspiring business owners to be present and not let anxiety and stress take you out of your ability to run your business while you're still able to do all the right things, run your business and carry things through in a way that helps your business to be successful. I really salute you and I applaud you for helping people to do that.
Thank you.
Are there some other things that you want to share about what you got going on with your business this fall?
One of the things we're going to do, I'm going to do this challenge, tax bracket challenge.
So before y'all do the tax bracket challenge, be sure to follow Barnes Financial on IG and follow at Barnes Financial Concierge YouTube. Okay, be sure to follow so you can learn about her challenge. Now tell us about the challenge.
Okay, the challenge. Okay, so when we get past the April 15th deadline, March and April 15th, the first deadlines, people do extensions. We get past the September and October 15th deadlines. Then it's tax planning season. And so we're going to have this challenge this year. We're going to challenge our clients and anyone who wants to join us. Basically, going to challenge everyone to figure out, to guess using the tax brackets to see if they can calculate where they fall. That simple example I gave, calculate where do you think your taxes are based on the bracket, being single, married, head of household, making this amount of income. Calculate your tax, submit that number before we do your taxes. And then when we do the taxes, we'll get the actual number, and we're going to compare. And the person who is closest to the actual number, I'm going to give, I don't want to say the gift yet because I'm putting it together, but we're going to give them a little reward, a little shout out, a little something
special, a little something special for the tax bracket challenge.
Tax bracket challenge. Like, know where you are, because
that is so cute. I love how you can add the creativity, but we're still taking care of business. We still handle our money while being creative. Okay.
Yes. Educating yourself and being creative. So that's our challenge for the fall. So focusing on tax planning. That's what we're doing.
One of my favorite things to focus on in the fall, in addition to taking care of my money, is taking care of my health. I recently did a cleanse. I'm going to add a link below if you guys want to check out detoxnow.com/Saycon. I have a code Saycon at Detox Now. I have been drinking my little detox tea. I'm not drinking that today. Today I am drinking my matcha, which y'all can be sure to pick up and click and get in my let's see, is it? There we go. You can get this matcha at the Amazon shop.
Okay.
Get that Amazon shop. The affiliate link. I make a few coins at no extra cost to you. But one of the things I like to do in addition to organizing my money is taking care of my body. So check out that link also for the Detox Now, detoxnow.com/Saycon. I'm going to put that link below. So Aquaila, you have your fall challenge. What is there anything else you want to tell us about?
I don't know. You thinking about something?
No, I don't know. You know what? Maybe I wonder if you would be open to sharing a little taste of your poetry. Maybe just
a
little.
You know what? You said that what popped to mind. There's a poem I would share based on the times that we're going through, and particularly for my creatives, for my artists. I have a poem called Cultivate that I think could be helpful at this time.
All right.
I'm going to share it now. Okay, so this poem, I was actually doing a financial, I forgot the work. We did a workshop 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago, and I wrote this poem as a part of the workshop series in my effort to share this information and integrate the creative. So this is called Cultivate. Today I watered my garden. Yesterday I tilled the soil. Last week I added fertilizer. For some reason, the seeds will not grow. I started a business with this hot new idea, set up my LLC, scheduled my social media post, and for some reason, my bank account is low. You see, I have these seeds rooted in big dreams. I want to buy my mama a house. I want to travel the world. I want my kids to have more than I did. I got to grow these seeds because I have big dreams, should be on my third business by now. I have to make my ancestors proud. There are people in the world who need me, but something tells me to sit in my garden and just breathe, get to know the land, understand the seasons, and how best the crop may grow. But I don't know. I want to be financially free, yet a conditioned mind has often known lack. I'm afraid there will not be enough. I am afraid I am not enough. Until I realize the magic in the seed is within me. And even though it rained today, I know the sun will shine tomorrow. So I will sit in my garden and breathe. Make a plan to nurture these seeds, feel into the rhythm of the land, understand the purpose of the season, and cultivate.
Woo! Come on, cultivate. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I love it. I gotta get this on the piano. Yes, cultivate. That was beautiful. beautiful, Aquila. Thank you so very much. I want to thank you for being on SayconTalks. I want to gently remind everyone to please support the podcast at the recording. At this moment of recording, we are not sponsored. So you can support the podcast by visiting buymeacoffee.com/Saycon. You can contribute. I might buy coffee or I might buy some tea because y'all know I love to drink tea. Aquila, I just want to thank you again. You also have your personal IG. Would love to have you have people follow that one as well.
Yes, Aquila.Shanae.
Okay. So
period SHENE.
So make sure y'all follow Aquila.Shanae because y'all need to hear this poetry. Y'all need to y'all need to hear this poetry. Y'all need to see her plays. Y'all need to support all of her artistic endeavors as well as get your financial advice. She's amazing. And I'll be sure to have all of her links below and all of my links below. So be sure to like and subscribe. And thank you all. Thank you so much for coming. I just want to make sure that I just salute. Hey, bye y'all. This is Saycon. This is Saycon Talks. If you have any questions, be sure to hit me up and subscribe on Spotify. You can subscribe on everywhere you follow podcasts. Be sure to subscribe. I thank you so much. And many special thanks to our special guest, Aquila. Thank you, you guys. Have a good night.